What up?
Nick. Nick.
What's going on?
How's the weather up that way?
It's getting chilly. Not gonna lie, getting cold.
Yeah.
We're getting the false winter snow that kind of tries to creep in, but it's too warm still to stick to the ground.
Yeah, but it's coming down.
It'll come down, but it won't
Yeah.
stick. It'll stick to like the grass and stuff for right now, and then
Yeah.
as soon as it warms up a little bit, it just goes.
You know why it does that?
Tell me why.
No, I'm asking you if you know why.
I figured you had the answer.
No, I was asking you why it does that.
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe concrete takes a lot longer to cool off than dimaceous earth.
So what's going on? What's happening?
Oh, we got a budget update for our show. We actually got to spend a little money.
Why? What happened?
Well, we're upgrading our show. Like, first, the last time we spent any money on the show, we got new mics. That was pretty much before the show started. And that was end of our budget. That was we exhausted all of our budget. That was our budget.
We give away so many things during the week. Eventually, we'll not be able to afford to do the show.
Right, but because a couple weeks ago we gave away Clear Magic instead of like a ball or a triple roll or shoes.
Cool. I like that.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we got to upgrade the budget a little bit. We got to spend a little money on ourselves. So I got this nice little remote, and guess what it does? You watching?
I'm watching.
Here we go.
Ready?
Oh, we spent it all on a fog machine, Phil.
I didn't approve that budget for the show.
Oh, I asked you. You said, all right, yeah, whatever.
Oh, that must have was blowing you off when I said that. So we have a fog machine for the show.
Yeah, and I'm in a ventless room that.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, so if I pass out midway, just call 911.
Yeah, what makes the fog machine fog?
I don't know. It might be something that causes some sort of cancer.
You think?
I don't know. Let me
the big logo on the side with like the.
Let me give it a big sniff and see.
The radiation sign.
It doesn't smell that bad.
I'm telling you.
They're gonna think I'm like. We got Snoop Dogg as a guest today.
Exactly. Today's guest is Snoop Dogg. There we go.
Nice. Oh man, that's funny.
Nice. So today we're going to talk about the climate change.
Yeah, we're going to talk about true climate change in the world of bowling. Oh man, it's starting to spread throughout the room a little bit.
Yeah, well, don't get crazy with the buttons.
No, I'm going to leave the button alone now. I just wanted to show off. I don't want to.
Here's the problem. I can call 911 if you pass out, and they can get there, but they can't get in that room because you have to have a special code to get in the room you're in.
I don't know.
Not every key card opens that room.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. But hey, if I pass out and we lose myself during the show, just know that I went out doing something I really didn't want to do.
And I'll take care of it from here. I got it from here.
Yeah. Consider whatever I say my last will and testament.
Then this show is the Nick Memorial.
Yeah. The 126th. Called it quits.
He packed it in.
He hit the fog one too many times.
Let's talk about some housekeeping stuff. You got the woo box goes up.
I kind of got a headache.
Do you really? Maybe it's from the smoke.
I should open the door. It's still kind of smoky.
Get out of here! Don't press that button anymore.
I didn't press the button. It's just lingering.
No, but you pressed it to start it.
Yeah, I wanted to show off our budget. I don't want to use all the fog juice because we'll run through all that budget.
Does it come in a bottle? It's like you pour a little bit in there and it makes it. You should read the bottle.
It's a gallon jug. Oh, there it is.
I
don't know. It's just stuff.
What's it called? Fogomatic.
I don't know. Should I read the label and be safe on there?
So today we're going to put the woo box up. Your name goes in it. If you're a staffer, don't do it. In about an hour, exactly 4:00 Eastern, the woo box shuts down. Can't go in anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then shortly after that, Nick will pick a random name. And you guys all know the rules. The hell with it. And then we're going to spin the wheel. And on that wheel is the Miguel Whammy spot, of which has 8. I believe it's 8.
8.
8
possibly
victims.
9. It could be possibly 10 today. We could do a double whammy today and call it good.
And yeah, exactly. And then the if you get whammy, you're out. We'll pick another name. If he gets whammy, he's out, and the show's over.
Yeah, I got the magnets set up better for the whammy land, so we're good now.
So what happens is if you don't like the gift, you say I want to go again. We're going to spin it again, but then you become the victim of the whammy. It's possible. It's very possible.
Maybe I should turn this wheel around and then just it could be on the honor system what you get.
Oh, I like that.
I'm gonna do it. You want to just turn it around and then?
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, people will buy in, and no one showed up for the show next week.
Yeah. Oh wow, it got dark all of a sudden. Yeah. Because really, the white just reflected. It just.
Yeah, there you go. Don't do that.
Let's do
a practice. Let's do a practice spin. I'm gonna go with ball cup.
I'm going whammy because it's hot. Ready?
The whammy's been hot. I'm going ball cup. Now, those are good ball cups. Those are the ones with the ball bearings on them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are very nice ball cups. If you want a ball cup.
No whammy.
No whammy.
Oh, chamois though.
Chamois and whammy. What rhymes with whammy?
Chamois. I was close.
Hey, when are the new chamois coming in?
I got an update today. They shipped. They actually shipped on the 13th
from
China.
And we ordered 10, but now we're only getting 7.
I ordered 100.
We're only getting 70 because of the tariffs.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Did I didn't even post the WooBox link. My bad, guys. I had it sitting there in the chat. I forgot to hit send. There you go. My bad. Right. But yeah, their estimated date is the 20th of December now.
December 20th. That's my wife's birthday.
So we were hoping for them early November, and it just didn't happen.
It's Laura's birthday, December 20th.
Is that right?
The day of the chamois.
That's funny. Remember what we were talking about earlier, before the show? Like her birthday.
Oh, really?
20. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
How ironic.
Quite the anomaly. Anyway, so.
Quite the anomaly.
Should we do some news?
I don't have a lot of news. I got some.
All right.
But not a lot of news today.
Let's do some news.
It's the striking news. Bowling news and views from around the world with your hosts, Brunsnick and Phil Cardinelli. It's the striking news.
Hey.
Striking news. So I don't have a lot of news, but Thursday is the release day, right? Of Zero Mercy, Solid and Pearl.
Dual launch.
The NU 2.0.
Yeah, that's a sleeper pick right there.
I did throw that ball. It's interesting.
It's a lot different than the new blue.
Yeah,
I've found that out.
You know what else I found out about it? If you scuff it up a little,
it hooks more than earlier.
Rolls like a little bit like the Purple Hammer.
Yeah, you can, if you leave it out of box, then you can kind of slow hook it or just throw it to the friction.
Yeah,
you can cover boards with it. It's pretty sweet.
I know it's got a lot to it. I'm interested in that cover.
So what are you gonna do? Steal it?
It's news of the future. The Entity Pearl, the Ebonite ball.
Yeah.
And the Deviate Heckler Hybrid.
Heckler. Extra E in there for you.
Heckler?
Heckler.
It's a heckler. So that's the guys that usually give us all the news have been sleeping lately. They've been doing nothing. The two news sources.
Don't they know they have one job, and that's to fulfill our news feed?
We're not getting any information out of them.
Is there any news out there that we missed, people? Because we normally get our sources from two different places, and everybody knows what two of those places are, right?
And they've gone silent.
Yeah,
they've gone off the grid.
All the letter groups, you know what I'm talking about? The little letter groups. That's where we get our news.
And we get nothing. They've been quiet. So
it's putting a damper on our show.
It really is. Our rankings are dropping our ratings are dropping because we're not getting enough info from them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, today we got some stuff to talk about because it's that time of the year in most parts of the country where the weather starts to change.
Not you, but some parts.
Well,
not
me, not here. Some parts, not here.
Some parts, not here.
Not here. Yeah, today's in the 80s again.
That's crazy. Yeah, it was frosty. The grass was frosty when I woke up this morning.
Yeah, crunchy.
That's cold.
That's cold. So today we're going to talk about the impact of the weather changes on bowling.
Seasons of changing. And that was not something that I ever experienced until I came here to Michigan.
Really?
Yeah. Because California, it's kind of similar to you.
Yeah.
Where the weather it gets colder, but we don't have the crazy snow or the crazy anything. But,
yeah, when we get that here, we shut down for days.
Yeah, you do. You're not set up for that at all.
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. And the Woo Box we talked about, putting everything up. We're gonna have some good opportunities for gifts today, and then the chamois will be in on the 20th. So here we go.
So it'll be maybe a Happy New Year type thing, or maybe a Merry Christmas type thing. I don't know. I haven't looked that far out on the calendar, but yeah. I would imagine we'll take some time off for Christmas and New Year's.
We never take time off.
We do take that time off.
Let's see how this is going to fall. The 26th, the 3rd, 10th, the 17th, 24th is Christmas Eve is on a Wednesday.
Yeah, so that ain't going to work.
And the 31st is on a Wednesday.
Yeah, so we'll have those 2 days off then.
Yeah, and then we're going to have to make some changes to the schedule the week of the
3rd and 10th.
3rd and the 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some stuff going on.
Not for me, not because me. Some people. Not me. Some people on the show are too busy, and they keep scheduling all their medical stuff on a Wednesday.
Anyway, let's talk about the topic of the day.
Just gonna cruise right past that.
Segue. Let's go to segue.
Nice. Yeah, let's just forget all about that.
Yeah, so this is the time of the year where, in some parts, not here, some parts, the weather actually down here it does. We get a little more humidity this time of the year down here.
Yeah.
So things happen. And here's what I found down here. Earlier in the day is early morning stuff. Is usually a little more humidity in the buildings. As the day goes on, it gets good. And then at night, it starts to get humid again. So you bowl early league.
Is that with a Y?
I'm sorry?
Humid? With a Y?
With a Y.
Humid. And it's humid. So and then they start turning the heat on in some buildings. Yeah. There's heat going in the House of Pain for sure, because that place gets cold in the morning.
Right, and you also have other issues at the House of Pain. There's
obstacles in the lane. Well, it used to be the heater was right above lane 6.
I was just going to say that. Where's the heater?
It's changed now.
Okay.
It's over the concourse now.
Okay.
Dumping down through the actual vent. So, but that made a difference on 5 and 6.
Sure it did. And also the wall pairs. If the wall, like in your case, if I remember the wall, it's not up against the outer wall. 1 and 2 is not up against the outer wall.
No.
But 5 and 6 is.
5 and 6 is, yeah.
Yeah, so 6 is closest to the wall. So if it's cold outside, 6 is going to be a little tighter.
Well, it's also the right lane, so you got to take into account that most people are playing for the right, so it's going to break down more. So it might be tighter to start.
Yeah, that's true.
But then the heat was kind of offsetting that, so I think a lot of the lane oil went away quicker, so then it ended up being nasty.
So if you notice, what we're talking about is the impact of other things on the lane conditions, time of the year, and how it changes and what could happen. So you have to pay attention to that when you walk into the building. And if you bowl league, you probably could figure it out by now. That end of the building is hot. This end of the building is a little cooler, and so on. But it affects the coagulation of the lane oil.
Yeah, how it adheres to the lane, this lane surface temperature.
Right.
Yeah, it all matters. It might not matter to a big degree, but all those little points add up.
Yeah, they do. And then on top of that, if the approaches get a little tacky.
Yeah. What temperature are your bowling balls at?
Especially if you don't bring them in, or if you go to work and then go straight to bowling and the bowling balls are in the trunk.
Yeah, we tested that on Throwbot, actually. We froze a Conspiracy overnight. We put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
And then we tested it shot after shot and tested it versus it being just room temperature.
Right.
And there was some differences. So if you
we didn't do that on the show, right? We didn't do that on.
No, this is before the show. Yeah,
perception versus reality. Right.
Yeah, this has been many, many years now. This is when the Conspiracy first came out.
Right.
So, yeah, we tested all those things because, hey, the reality is that people leave their bowling balls in their trunk.
Right.
They say you're not supposed to, but hey.
Well, you go to work and then you go straight to bowling from work. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, you just leave them in your car. And if it's 0 degrees outside, guess what?
Right.
It's going to be probably 20, 30 degrees in your car.
Yeah.
That's cold.
So now down here, I leave my bowling balls in my trunk all the time. And I do it for a reason, though. I want to see if they truly do crack.
Oh.
Because
and you haven't had that happen.
I have not had it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a ball in the trunk forever, the same ball. It's drilled and it sits in the back of the trunk. Mm-hmm. And it's never cracked. So sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I guess if it's a drastic change or a change in the expansion of the core, that would cause it. But I haven't had that problem. I'm not recommending anybody do that. I just do it as an experiment.
Sure.
See how long it's going to take if it would crack.
Bowling balls can crack at room temperature.
Absolutely.
It's, some
bowling balls, not ours.
Some bowling, not ours.
But some.
Yeah. So, how the core expands and contracts in relation to the outer core and the shell.
Right.
Can cause pressure. It's like tectonic plates.
Tectonic plates, that's right. If you listen to what Steve was saying a couple of weeks ago about he had to modify the Intel minutely because of the angles or the draw or draft or draw, whatever you want to call it, on the core for the resin to flow.
Yeah, because the manufacturing's changed since the last time that ball's been out.
Correct. So he made a slight change to the draft on the core. The reason was to prevent any stress points too. Now, depending on who designed the core and what company it is, some of the cores could have stress spots in them, and they're more likely to crack because of that.
Or weak spots that are built in. Spots.
Right. And the other thing that happens, and I know we don't learn about it until sometimes they're out in the field. And years ago it was worse. You'd get air pockets sometimes in there because the resin will cure in about 90 seconds. Starts to get hard. Maybe all of the air has not had a chance to escape out of the sprue hole on the top.
Yeah.
So what happens is you have a bubble or two get trapped in there, and next thing you know, you got a void.
Yeah. There's science involved in the way that bowling balls are poured, at least on our end.
Yeah, there is.
Where it prevents that.
We have scientists.
that they sit around in a room, just figure stuff out. They're NASA.
That's all you guys don't have. You got people thinking about stuff that for people to think about.
Yeah, they're NASA. This is the best you got.
You do. So anyway, so what we have to do is you have to look at that, and if one company has more cracking issues than others, it has a lot to do with their ratio that they're pouring the resins at, and so on and so forth. We don't have that problem. We have a very low failure rate, and we also monitor the core design so that we're not creating these spots where, when the temperature changes, the ball is more likely to have a stress spot and crack. Mm-hmm. But the things you have to look at as a bowler, you walk into a building and you come from the outside, it's cold. You bring the balls inside, let them warm up a little bit. But depending on time of day that you're bowling in a bowling center, there could be an impact on the lane patterns. If the building was cold, how about bowling centers? This is one I've always wrestled with throughout my entire career bowling. Did they oil the lanes the night before?
Or right before, yeah.
Or right before.
Or how long is it? Or do they oil in the morning for an evening league? Or do they oil once per day?
Yeah, or you're coming in for a bowling tournament. When do they oil the lanes? Is the building cold?
It's usually right before.
Right.
The start.
You know, yeah. I bought some tournaments in my day where they oiled them when the last session was done.
Oh, right after
the last session. So the lanes you came in the morning for the first squad. If you're on A squad and it's at 8:30 or 9 o'clock start, that oil sat there all night, but was the building cold?
That'll change things. It could
That'll
evaporate. Was there air blowing right on the lanes? And if so,
exactly right.
What? How far were those units spaced out? What lanes are right above it?
Yeah, the Bow Bowling Center, that Astro Bowl, there's 3 units. 3 different parts of the lane, and the low end of the house is always tighter than the high end, but that's because I guess the high end was added after the fact. These are things you have to learn about in the bowling center, or the idiosyncrasies of the bowling center. But one of the biggest impacts this time of the year is it more humid? And here's the other thing: is it drier because you now have the heat on in the building?
Right, that'll suck the humidity right out.
Exactly.
See, I think one thing that people don't plan for, like for nationals, right?
Yeah.
So this year it was in Baton Rouge, right?
Yeah, it was.
And depending on what time you went, we went in June, and it was very humid and very humid in the bowl too. It was that way, but that affects not only like the way the lanes play. They might not play the same in March.
I agree.
Versus June, July.
Right.
So also for people that aren't from a humid region, trying to get out of their thumb hole when there's humidity like that, when there's heat and you're swelling, you might be having a lot of barbecue back-to-back days.
Like we did.
You did. I didn't. Some people, not me.
Some people, not me.
Yeah. Mr. Complain the whole way there and then eat their back-to-back days. Yeah. I don't want to hear about that.
One thing we found that for me, in Baton Rouge was, and I don't know if you found it too, that didn't the approaches get tackier later in the day when the building got a little, see, for me it did.
So you're asking the wrong person there.
Yeah, you don't slide. That's true. I forgot. But they did. What happened was we got in there. I forgot what time we bowled. I don't remember exactly what time.
For the first day?
First day we bowled early, right?
No, it was late.
Bowled late the first day, earlier the second day. But not really early, but it was earlier.
I think I think we bowled at 7.
First day.
First day is later because we had time for lunch.
Yes. But what happened is as the building got a little more crowded and
warm,
and as the day went on, it got warmer and the approaches got a little more humid, a little more tacky. So depending on what time you bowl, especially if you bowl league, it's the same thing. But Nick touched on it a little bit with the impact on your hands.
Yeah, it's a huge one.
For some people. That's what happens. They, I don't have much problems with shrinking and swelling. I'll shrink if it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
You got to allow for shrinkage. But as you bowl, you'll be taking tape out.
Right.
But you got to start with the right grip, and the right feel. And coming in from where you are, I mean, when you first go in the bowling center, is your hand shrunk down a little bit from the cold outside, and then as you bowl, it starts to swell?
Not really.
You don't have that problem?
No, I mean, I'm not outside in the cold very long. I try to protect my hands and keep them warm, and I try to keep my bowling balls warm. I always store them right up here, near my space over here.
Right.
But part of the reason, like you touched on with the approaches getting tacky and the approaches being, you're not sure, right? And I've played those games before, bowling regionals and all that. You never know what you're going to get. Some centers slide more, some slide less. If it's hot out, they can slide less. If it's cold out, you can slide forever. Or it's not even the same from the middle of the approach to when you're shooting a 10 pin. It could be because the mop didn't get whatever. There's dust over there.
Right.
So when I came to Michigan, I battled, like, the hardest test was, when it started snowing.
Yeah.
Okay. And so all the moisture in the air and gets tracked into the bowling center.
Right.
Because bags are rolled in, people walk in. You got to take your shoes off in this state.
Absolutely. Oh, you do?
You got to take your shoes off. They usually have a spot there to put stuff in. You can't go in the bowling area or the concourse with shoes from the outside.
Huh.
So, but still, it tracks in.
Yeah.
It's just going to happen. And the problem is that you can catch a spot that you'll just absolutely stick because it's tacky. Maybe somebody stepped in something, whatever, their shoes wet, whatever. And then there's some spots where it slides a lot. So you're trying to like find your footing.
Sure.
For half a game, and you're giving up so many shots because you're not sure your footing. When you can't stick the landing,
right?
Then you're gonna be hesitant. You're like, oh, I'm gonna stick.
Yeah,
that's a terrible feeling. So that's why I got out of sliding and just eliminated that variable. I always could do it. I could always bowl without sliding.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it took a little while to like figure out timing and really get comfortable with it.
Right.
But like whenever we had demo events, I would just throw shots with regular shoes on, so I could always do it. Right. I just never tried to do it for too long.
And you touched on it a little bit with the tracking stuff in from the outside. To heat your building, your finger swelling, all of these things. But like for instance, down here at Astro Bowl, we have wood approaches.
Okay, so that helps.
Perfect. Every week there's approaches are slick.
Yeah. A lot of the centers that modernized, they kept their wood approaches when they went synthetic.
Right.
Because for that reason, synthetics are kind of can be more susceptible to weather changes
and humidity. Absolutely. The other bowling center here in town, and this is pretty interesting. Oak Hills, we used to bowl there a lot, and lane 1 and 2, the way the air flowed always trapped the humidity.
Mm-hmm.
So they were always tacky.
Yeah, and the other thing you think of, think about how your bowling center. Let's take Astro. Is that where you said you bowl?
Yeah, Tuesday nights.
All right. So how many lanes is it?
44.
44. Okay. Is the main entrance in the center front of the building?
It's like on lane 17 and 18.
17 and 18. So you walk straight through, and then the lanes are facing you. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So
that was brutal.
Yeah, so the middle pairs, right? Because they're susceptible to people coming in and out. Like the wind is directly hitting those lanes. Well, all the humidity.
Yeah, exactly. And in the summertime, when it's hot, and those doors open and close, yeah, those pairs are brutal. 17 and 18, 15 and 16, 19 and 20.
I bowled at some centers, 2 centers that I remember in California, where at a certain time of day when we were still bowling tournaments, and it was like either early in the morning or towards sundown, the sun would come in through the windows of the bowling center or the front door, and shine on the lanes.
Yeah.
So you had like glare and you had direct sunlight coming through the doors.
Right.
So that was another thing. Like, I think it was Concourse Anaheim. All of lane 1 on the wall there was glass. It was a glass window, wall to ceiling, pretty much.
Yeah.
All the way down.
Right.
So these are things that are you have to kind of battle against. I mean, I was like, I got the sun in my eyes on that shot.
I got to tell you a funny story. I bowled a tournament in Long Island a long time ago, and I can't remember the name of the center. Anyhow, lane, whatever lane it was the high end, so it would have been like 19 and 20. So lane 20 was all windows, like you just said, all the way down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it opened to the street. And I'm standing on the approach, and the guy's walking by, and he stops, and now he's standing up against the glass, looking in at me like this. So I backed off, and he kept looking, and then he went like this, and I backed off. He kept looking, and I finally got up again. I went like this. I backed up. He went.
Just go. You should have been like this.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Keep it moving, pal.
Keep moving, buddy. Right. Yeah, that was funny. That was, and again, there's a situation the same way. And this was in the older days when, and I think it was a wooden house too. And it just had the tendencies of the house change. We used to bowl at Pequot Bowl on Long Island. And when you walked in the building, the low side was on the right and the high side was on the left. On the low side, there was a creek under the building that ran from the back of the approach on 1 across the lanes to the pin deck on 20.
There was a creek
underneath the building. Now this is pretty interesting. So when it rained, the creek got higher, and when it obviously didn't, it was lower. So if it was raining out and humid, not only was it humid, but the lanes got tighter on an angle.
Humid.
What's wrong with that word? You don't like the way I say humid?
Utes.
The two Utes. So you have to. These are tendencies of a bowling center. When it rained, the back ends on 19 and 20 were tighter because of the humidity.
Yeah, I mean, if it runs diagonal, then
it ran on a diagonal. We didn't know that. Then we talked. My buddy owned the place, and we realized what was going on.
Yeah.
So
things that you have to know, like why is certain things a certain way? Well, exactly. Some things can be unexplainable. It's like, well, if there's water under there and it's only like going at a diagonal, so it's only affecting parts of each lane.
That's exactly what happened. The further down the lane you got, the further to the right we went. It got further down. The other thing people don't understand a lot about bowling centers, and Astro was one of them, where they changed the lane. They put synthetics in a long time ago.
Yeah.
Right? And the high end of the house still hooks more than the low end. Well, the high end of the house was added later on in the existence of the bowling. Not since I'm here, way before that. But they screw them down on the lane beds. The lane beds are that way. That's the nature of the lane bed.
It's gonna take on that. Yeah,
it's gonna take on that characteristic.
Mm-hmm. You want to know something else that's interesting? I talked to Robert Smith today because we filmed today all day, and he actually gave me the idea for the topic this morning.
Was he in town?
Yeah, he's in town.
Oh, cool.
I was like, hey, do you want to be on the show? And he's like, oh, no, I'll just pop in the chat maybe. He's going to head over to see a friend across town. So
it's amazing how the people you asked to come on a show, everyone says no.
No. I told him to just go take off. It's fine because, he didn't have a webcam, nice, all that stuff. But we could have Robert
next to you in the dark.
He wouldn't be able to hear me because this is a directional mic. But anyway, this is what he said. Okay, so we've talked about this on the show before, especially on the PBA show, right? Where one lane hooks the other. One lane always hooks more than the other, right?
Right.
And sometimes you see that in centers too. Like left lane is consistently something. Absolutely. It could be whatever. Left lane here hooks more. Right lane here hooks less. Mm-hmm. Think about this for a second. Everybody can think about this. When you're installing lanes into a center, when a crew comes in there and installs, think about how they're installing them. It's not just one person doing every single lane.
Right.
It's usually a crew of two.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So maybe one person's doing the left lane, one's doing the right lane, going to the next pair. So they each have their own way of screwing down those panels.
Absolutely.
So one might be right-handed, one might be left-handed, one might be giving a little more torque,
I agree.
One might give a little less.
Yep.
And they're all in spec, but there's a signature on each of those lanes based on their repetitive motion of how they're screwing stuff in and installing stuff. So that's another equation too.
No, absolutely. And I'll tell you that the one center, Oak Hills, when I bowled there, to me, the right lane was always tighter than the left lane. And it was always two boards. I could start out knowing there would be a 2-board difference. And it was every lane, every pair was like that. Now, that might have been the left side. I don't know. But I know that there were 2-board difference. So.
It's true. Threes is the crowd. We do better as a duel.
I would have rather have Robert on the show today than you.
All right, Robert, you want to hop on and I'll just go
go
back to my desk?
Yeah, go back to your desk. Look out the window.
Maybe I will.
All right.
Sounds a heck of a lot more fun. I'm going to post the Woo Box
Robert
again.
would have been more fun to have on the show. He could have told us some good stories.
Instead of what?
From a good bowler.
From a good bowler.
From a good bowler. So
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk a little bit about your hands when it comes to the cold. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, especially if you work outside.
Not just the cold. I mean, it's all the seasons.
Right. Humidity. But I'm saying, people that work outside in the wintertime, the hands dry out, cracking, splitting. You got to take care of that stuff. The worst thing in the world is to have a little cut and it starts to harden up and callus over with the cut, and it's brutal to bowl like that. So you got to be careful. And I guess the tapes nowadays help, right? What are they?
Protection, yeah. If you use it all the time. If you do. No, I don't use anything.
Yeah, some people,
not me. I used to use it when I bowled, 7 times a week.
Yeah, I don't use it.
Yeah, protection tape for the fingers mostly. Yeah. I didn't really ever put stuff on my thumb. That was never really needed that. New skin. I used a lot of new skin, just preventative preventative new skin.
Yeah.
Like I just put the patch on no matter what. So
no matter what. Right.
Yeah.
But that patch is slick too.
It wears in. Like if you put it on fresh, you got to break it in. Like that's why.
Exactly.
That's why when I see people putting it on the fly, like they need it because they cut, it's like, ooh, that next shot's going to be iffy.
It's exactly right. At best.
It's going to be iffy because you're not going to know. Yeah, it's a whole different feel.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So you got to understand all of that as you go along. And experience is important. Remember that time you put the new skin on and the ball flew off your hand like, lightning, and then 2 shots later you were hanging in it. So all of those things you have to realize are going to happen.
Yeah, or you didn't let it dry all the way and the patch just ripped off after the first shot.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Nasty.
And took all the skin under it with it. So
that was the worst part of using new skin was like after the fact, ripping that thing off. Yeah.
Well, how do you get that off? We'll use acetone. No.
Yeah, no. Usually just like, you go shower after bowling or whatever your tournament, and then just your hand gets wet enough and it becomes enough to like peel off easy.
Maybe. Right, exactly.
If you do it right away, right after you bowl, that thing just is taking skin off and you're irritated after that.
Everything off. Exactly right. You never catch up with that.
But again,
preparing when you bowl too, if your hands shrink, don't go in there and try to throw shots and practice with the ball grabbing it like it's the death grip.
Mm-hmm.
Put the tape in. And one of the things you have to do, and Nick was good at this, I've seen his bowling balls, feathering the tape.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's easier, one, to work with, and two, it's like it's staggered a little bit. It's not just one stack of tape.
Exactly. And also taking one piece out at a time is a whole lot easier when they're staggered. And you know what I mean by that, by staggering it. It's having one piece higher than the next and then so on down the line, so that when you take a piece out, you're taking out that lower first piece and the second piece is in. And when you add it the same way. This way they're easy to work with. So especially in the wintertime, you walk in and your hands are shrunk down a little bit and you got to add 3 or 4 pieces of tape. And by the 3rd, 4th, 5th frame, you're going to be peeling tape out. Well, if they're all the same, stuck in together as one big chunk, good luck taking one piece out. You'd be taking the whole thing out again and starting all over again.
And speaking of tape, if you live in an area that gets really, really hot, right? And you leave your bowling balls in the trunk, and bowling balls got tape in it.
Yep.
Well, guess what's going to happen to that tape underneath? That glue that's under the tape is going to get mush.
It looks like this.
And then, it's going to be a lot harder to let go because it's starting to move a little bit.
The tape
the tape's starting to drift, if you will, up out of the hole. It wants to get the heck out of there. So try in a humid day with melted tape and sweaty hands that are a little bit swollen, trying to get out of that ball. Now, that's what interchangeables are for, too. So if you have multiple size interchangeables, then you can just swap out to the bigger one. That's one of the things that a lot of people do is they keep a little bit bigger here and there if they don't like tape, right? I love tape. I have one main thumb that I use. I have a backup just in case something happens and I lose it or it breaks, whatever. I don't know. But the thing is, like, I want to make one thumb feel perfect. And if I have different sizes, then they're going to feel different. I'm not going to be able to go shot to shot. Just no way. Not happening. So, don't know.
Yeah, I love tape because it's very consistent.
I like tape too. I like to use a lot of it. I have like 12 pieces of tape in my thumb.
That's a lot. I drew 29 30 seconds, piece of white in the front, and I only use a piece of cut white in the front. I don't even use the whole piece. I cut it in half, and trim it so it's a little circular. I put that in the front so the pad is only being touched, and then 3 pieces of black in the back. And that's, to me, the perfect size thumb hole. And I can always take out or add if I need to, depending on the weather and everything. But again, you guys need to learn to stagger the tape.
Yeah.
See,
maybe one time tape for a very different reason. I do a tape for a very different reason.
Yeah. Well, also your thumb is fatter on the top than on the bottom.
Well, yeah, my thumb's also pretty flat.
Yeah.
It's only like probably 29 30 seconds or 15 30 seconds or 15 16ths front to back.
Front to back.
But 1 1/32 wide.
Yeah, you got a cobra thumb.
I mean, it's pretty. No, I wouldn't call it a cobra thumb. because it's not
29 to an inch and 32nd is a big difference.
No, it's not Cobra thumb. It's just flat. There's no Cobra head to it. It's just it's uniform side to side and all the way down. But I've tried drilling ovals for that, and I just always felt locked in. I didn't feel right.
Right.
So what I found that works best for me is just to drill that 1 32nd hole and then tape my oval.
So that would be a lot more tape. That's
a lot more tape. Sure,
a lot more tape. Right.
I've tried everything, and it always felt the best.
Yeah. So the rounder your thumb, the more closer to the thumb size you can drill, and then tape accordingly. Because like I said, for me, it's 1 white in the front and 3 pieces of black in the back, and I'm in good shape. But again, stagger them especially in the winter time, when you're gonna have to add and take out, because if you don't stagger them, you're gonna have a hard time when you start taking tape out.
Yeah,
to get 1 out, 2 out.
And also, you got to be good, especially in a tournament setting, being able to manipulate your tape and take it out, put it in, and not have to hold everybody up. So if you're there fumbling around your tape, guess what? You're gonna get flustered and frazzled in the next shot or two trying to get this thing right.
Yeah,
I mean, I had some tape issues in Baton Rouge, because it was so hot and humid. I was having issues.
Yeah,
and I didn't mess with it. I knew my tape was starting to slide up, but
it's a bad feeling.
Here's the thing. Like, I could have gone to a different thumb, which would have taken me a shot or two to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
I could take that piece of tape out, and then it's going to leave a little residue. So I would have had to take 2 pieces out and put 1 back in.
Right. That's one way to do it.
That's one way to do it.
That's right. People always say that. Oh, it's sticky. Well, take 2 out, put 1 back in.
Right. So build it back up. Then you freshen up your tape a little bit.
Exactly.
I opted for option C, which was to leave it alone
and grip it a little harder
and deal with it. So as it was towards the end, I can see it bringing it up like a millimeter every shot, basically. And by the end,
the worst feeling in the world.
By the end of the tournament, it was like at the top of the hole.
Yeah, that's not good.
So I was like, I'm going to deal with it. I'm throwing it pretty good. I feel pretty good. I'm just going to leave it alone.
And then the other thing you need to bring, if you're going to have that, if you think you're going to run into that problem, is those little foil alcohol wipes.
Oh yeah, the Goo Gone stuff or the goof off.
Yeah, because if you're down to that last piece of tape, it's got to come out. There's going to be residue in the back of that thumb, and that stuff does not come out. And you're better off with those little foil wipes. Open one up, clean out the hole, start over again. But in depending on the season, how it changes, you got to learn to stagger the tape. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
Talk about the Woo box again. It's going to close in about 15 minutes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Let's do the Woo box.
And put your name in again, and we're going to pick somebody at the top of the hour.
Yeah, about 15, 16 minutes. You guys got time. Maybe we'll post it again. We'll see. Who knows? I don't know.
You want to do a top 5?
Yeah, we could do a top 5. Let's do it. I always like to stay on point, with when we do these things.
Top 5 reasons.
I didn't spell check it. I just kind of hit save.
Oh, I see.
Put it in there.
Go. Yeah.
So these are the top 5 items you need in your bag to battle the seasons of bowling.
That's right.
So we've already touched on a couple of them, but we're going to go to the top 5, and they're not really in particular order. You didn't like number 1 at all.
No.
But that's okay. You never like any of them. But that's the whole thing. Yeah. If you wanna do a top 5 you like, then maybe you should do one. Who wants to see Phil do a top 5 next week?
I'll do a top 5. I'll do it. You know what? When we get closer to Christmas, I'll do a Christmas top 5.
Why you got to wait for a holiday? Why you just step up?
That's what I want to do. You asked me why. That's what I want to do.
When do we start the top 5? How many top 5s have I done? That's a lot, isn't it?
Did more than 5.
Duh. I've done at least 10 top 5s.
I probably did about 5 top 5s.
Anyway, cool. All right. Number 5, tape. We just talked a whole lot about tape. Your hand's going to change.
Yep.
And the other thing is humidity is one thing. Lack of humidity. When you go to the desert in Vegas to bowl, that's going to make a change. You're going to not only swell because, general heat or just the dryness.
Right.
But, you're going to be drinking a lot more water, I hope. So maybe get a little water weight in you. I don't know. But every time I go there, my lips always chap. My hand always swells. As soon as I get off the airport. Yeah.
Yep.
That's how it is. All right. Number 4. Clean, refreshed heels and soles. Why is that, Phil?
You know what? That to me is the most important thing, because the worst thing in the world is to say, I'm sliding too much. I'm going to put a little tacky or sole on, and it is so far from what you had on there, because the one you're bowling with, the bottom looked like glass because you probably hadn't changed it or brushed it in forever. So the gap gets different. You know, if you're using a 6 and you want to go to more slides, you get out of 7, and the 6 is slick as can be. When you put that 7 on, it's going to be a whole different world. So what you should do is keep them brushed, keep them clean.
Yeah, break them in too.
Break them in and keep them clean, because they're designed to be a certain way. Mm-hmm. And when you overuse them and you don't do any brushing or cleaning of them, the gap gets bigger. So what's the next move? Do I need an 8 or a 10? You know, based on what I've been bowling with. And I know I've said this before, and you laughed at me, Nick. I wash them. I know. How is that so funny? I take them out and I wash them. You know, I get a little bucket of warm water, Dawn dishwashing soap in it.
I laugh because I didn't think you were such a conservationist. You know,
I am. No, because
like my grandfather.
Yeah,
my grandfather fought in World War II.
Yeah.
You know, and so when he came to America, he didn't waste anything because he was a survivalist. They sent him out in
absolutely
small groups on these missions or whatever they're trying to do.
Right.
And so they reused everything they could.
Yeah.
So he would wash paper plates after I was done.
I know. I remember that.
Yeah, he would wash them off and reuse them.
Yeah.
You didn't want to throw it away.
No. But to me, the soles are made out of leather. The good ones.
Well, they're synthetic now.
Now some of them synthetic. Yeah, I still have some leather ones.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, for me, you can wash them.
Well, you can pretty much get them for free, and you still wash them. That's what's funny.
Free. Wait, they're not free.
That'd be like saying, "Oh, hey, I don't like this ball so much. I don't like the way it rolls. I'm gonna plug and re-drill it."
I've done that.
You've done a full plug and re-drill on a ball rather than just drill a new ball.
Yeah,
you own a bowling ball company.
Yes, because you know what? It's not free. Somebody's paying for it.
Not me.
If I own a bowling ball company, guess
Somebody.
who it is? Somebody.
Not me.
Me. Yeah. But you know, I want to fool around with a drill pattern.
Just overcharge the next guy and you cover
exactly. Yeah. Somebody's gonna pay for it. So when it comes to the soles, you know, I'll wash them once a year at least.
You know, if anybody has extra soles and heels that they can send to Phil.
No, I like my system. and then I wash them. I use a scrub brush. I get them nice and clean.
Send your tax deductible donation to Radical Bowling, care of Radical Bowling.
I put another towel on top of it. I
San Antonio.
Put a couple of pots on it to hold it down, and then it dries out, and then I brush them out.
Is that right?
Yeah. You know, they're not free. Somebody's paying for them. You know. But anyway, at least I try to keep them so that 5 is 5 and 6 is really 6. Not 6 is worn in like an 8, and then I got to go slide less, and I don't know what to do. So
how's that saying go? You know, you can swallow a quarter and then poop out at 2 dimes and a nickel. You're so tight.
I just gave you my reason for it.
Yeah, terrible reason.
It's not a terrible reason. They're worn. They're broken in a little bit. They're. I like to keep them close.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, so
you're gonna drive this Mercedes till it has like 400,000 miles on it.
Yeah. Right now it's got 58,000. So I got a ways to go.
You need a new one. That's such a nice car now.
This one is fine. You see the prices of the new ones?
Yeah, they've always been stupid. Every kind of European German car, it's crazy expensive to start.
God.
That's why you don't buy them new. You didn't buy yours new. I didn't buy mine new. There's no way.
No.
But we both had low miles, and
mine had 15,000 on it when I got it. But the new one, 97,000.
Yeah, probably for a C43.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's insane.
It's nuts.
Yeah, C63 is over 100K now.
Exactly.
I think they're finally going back to a V8 though. Finally,
125,000 it was.
Stupid. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can buy them used 3 years old with 20,000 miles, probably for 60 or 70.
And I don't want to start that all over again. So I'm good. I'm good at 58,000.
Whatever.
Yeah, so go to number 3. You're killing me with this.
Number 3. It's the longest top 5 ever.
Wire brush. You gotta have a wire brush.
It was very important because if you didn't have one, how else are you gonna clean your heels? I mean, you have to have a knife or something and scrape it. That's all you can do.
Yeah, you know what I hated about the no smoking rule? I used to use ashes.
Yeah,
I did it all the time.
I figured.
You know.
Yeah, I mean,
what I would do is I'd bring an Altoid box with me,
and
I'd take ashes out of the ashtray and put it in the Altoid box.
Yeah, whenever I was sliding too much, usually like in Reno, if I was sliding too much, I would go up to the first couple steps or wherever where there's carpet again,
and rub your foot on the carpet,
and just grind my sole into the. Right, it would cause a little friction, get rid of the dust, and then I would do that every shot.
Yeah, so wire brush is good. And again, you got to be careful with that. When you wire brush a sole, you take out all that dust. You've really changed, but you really changed a lot how that sole is going to perform on your next shot. You can go from slide to stick after a wire brush. So be careful with that, but you got to have one.
When your red sole turns black, you've scraped all the material off of it. So FYI. FYI, it's time for a new one. Don't just try to wash it. Go get another one. You can wash it. I just see you putting laundry in the laundry thing and throwing your heels, soles in there.
Hanging them on the
put on a clothesline. Number 2. Rosin, easy slide. Now, I'm not saying easy slide for the approach. We're talking about your hand getting out of it. So whether you need more grip.
In the bottom of that sole.
Yeah, or you need a little easy slide because it's humid out. You need a little something.
Yep.
That
My buddy
helps.
Victor puts the, because people complain, put easy slide on your sole. They yell, oh, yeah, man. He puts it in his shoe cover and then puts his shoe in his foot in the shoe cover.
Gosh, I couldn't. I just couldn't because I couldn't stay quiet. I would hate it when I'd bowl in certain leagues and by usually the scoring unit, the little table or whatever, there was a little pedestal underneath it, and they would put the baby powder
under there. Yeah,
they sprinkle it on there and then tap their foot on it.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. It's like, no, get that out of here.
Yeah, but there's a couple. I don't go to the tournament. Victor goes to the tournament every year, and it's really, they have terrible air conditioning and bad humidity, and the approach is synthetic, and it's just a nightmare. And he'll tap easy slide in his shoe cover and put his foot in there when he's standing around.
Crazy.
I know.
Man.
Little tricks of the trade.
Number 1. A fan.
You know what? I see people bringing in 2 triple rollers, a backpack, and then an industrial size fan.
Yeah, that has like one of those 20-volt batteries from like a Makita or something.
Yeah, the guy had one on the other night, and my hair was blowing from 2 lanes away. That's crazy.
Probably felt good.
Oh, no.
If I bowl Baton Rouge again, if that ever comes around, which is every 10 years, 13 years, I don't even know. Or they want to come back soon again. I'm bringing a fan. Yeah.
You're going to pack a fan.
Yeah. I will have a fan so that I can have between shots something to dry my hand off.
Sissy boy. And I don't have a problem. You bring one of those little hand fans like this big. I got no problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
It's gonna be like wrong one. It's gonna be probably like that big.
The ones I'm talking about are the ones that are on. They're like that.
Yeah, no, I couldn't get that on the airline. It's got to be able to fit my
carry-on.
It's got to be put on my carry-on because I can't. I wouldn't be able to check that.
Right. They bring that to bowling tournaments, and I'm sitting there looking at them, and I'm telling you, 2 triple bags, a backpack, and a fan. The backpack the fan is so big it won't fit in the backpack.
They take bowling more serious than you, Phil. That's it. They're more involved in it, and their success is.
And then what's with this? When they stand there, they go like this. Before
they're They're trying to let the they might be putting it up to the ceiling fan.
No.
No?
No. I see people do this in between shots.
I just posted the Woo Box one last time, by the way. You got 4 minutes, probably 3 minutes to get in. Good luck. How many entries do we got?
I don't know.
How many aliases do we have today?
Yeah, right.
What do we got? 344 watching. And
that's not bad for people.
279. That's about typical. We usually get it right around 300.
300 exactly.
We usually get that.
But that was a good top 5 for you.
I know. I spent a lot of time on that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Curating such things like that. Right. It was lucid, well thought out.
Overruled.
Oh. You know what? It's been a while. I'm gonna.
It has.
Get some.
What are you looking for?
Get some more fog here. We needed a.
You didn't turn the fog on again, did you?
Oh yeah, God. We got to fog up the place a little bit more. There we go. Someone just said we need more fog. It's perfect. See, I'm not the only one thinking about it. It's like now it's all spooky.
Exactly.
See? It's all about the ambiance.
Somebody wrote, I washed mine 2 times, but they don't last super long after. Nothing like fresh souls.
Yeah, they exactly.
Last. You got to brush them out. You got to take your time. It's a meticulous process. Take your time. You'll thank me later. Take your time. Clean them good. Brush them out.
Ken knows what he's talking about. Ryobi fans are a mainstay in Florida centers. Yeah, they're humid. The first time I went to a bowling center in what was it, Orlando, when we had Bowl Expo there a while back.
Yeah.
When I walked out of the center, because they got to just absolutely blast AC in there to try to get some of the humidity out, right?
Right.
When I walked outside
of
the bowling center,
right,
my glasses instantly fogged up.
Absolutely. It's science, my
can't
friend.
See.
Science.
Can't see. It's just
science.
Whoosh.
Yep.
Crazy.
It's humid. Right. What did people do before fans? Bowl bad? Oh, I see. So the highest scoring rate that we're going through right now is not because of urethane bowling balls. It's not because the bowlers are one-dimensional. The scores went up because people learned how to use fans.
Couldn't hurt. Maybe USBC should do a study and then a multiple choice answer. Should fans be allowed, or should the size of the fans be allowed? And they'll just group it all together. It's like, well, 62% said that some change needs to happen.
And some people said the fans that blew more than 3 points on their fan erator, then that was no good. So we have 1%. So we're going to ban fans from the bowling center.
Yeah, and if you're using a battery that's over 10,000 milliamps an hour, then it's no longer okay, because you got to be able to keep your ppms down to 24 kilowatts per hour.
That's how we should look at it. The fan is helping you bowl, and I think we should ban fans because it
is a performance enhancing doohickey.
I agree.
PED.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. I think we've beat this one to death. I'm looking at some comments.
Yeah. Like, what other seasons? I mean, we talked about the cold. We talked about the snow and tracking in. We talked about the extreme heat.
Yeah. We talked about one end of the house to the other, the pairs that are closest to the windows and doors.
And so if you think about it, also, topography, I think, is going to change in those summer months versus winter.
Good.
Because what does wood do? I mean, underneath the bowling lanes, it's a structure, right?
It contracts. That's right.
Yeah, they're all built on these platforms and joists and all this stuff, and they're screwed into it.
Yep.
So wood's going to absorb. It's going to expand with heat. It's going to, absorb moisture. So it's going to, in turn, the screws that are used, right? They're going to heat up and cool off.
Agree.
They might grip a little more. So. Yep. And also the adhesion between the oil and the lane bed.
Well, that's important too, because the viscosity of the oil changes with temperature.
Sure, yeah.
So it'll coagulate a little bit. I mean, not like you're going to walk in and see clumps of oil on the lane, but and I don't know if there's much truth to the time it is too. They talk about like the lane is oiled. How long should the oil sit on a lane before it's
ready to bowl on? I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that one.
Okay, I guess I'm asking if it's colder or warmer.
does it stay on the lane better, or
does
does it
last
hover
longer, or does it hover? Right.
Yeah,
You know.
I mean, those are all good questions, and how much friction does a COR change on colder surfaces versus warmer?
That's true.
Because the footprint's going to change a little bit, so you got to think the COR changes along with it. That's just my theory.
No, that's not that, and I'm telling you, all of this comes into play, and especially when you look at a scoring pace, was the if and this is interesting. If you can bowl a tournament, right, you bowl A squad in the wintertime. So you walk into a building that's cold, right? Because they don't keep the heat on all night. They lower the heat. They oil the lanes you bowl. Now they're going to strip the lanes and re-oil for the second squad. Is there an advantage, disadvantage? There's a change because the surface of that lane is warmer now.
Yeah, it makes a difference. And also, depending on the tournament, I bowled some tournaments where if I didn't get on A squad, I wouldn't bowl it.
Oh, you said that last time we talked about that.
Because they had X amount of lanes, right? So and the first squad was limited to 2 on a lane or 3 on a lane. I don't remember the number. Right. Well, okay, that's all fine. So that's the squad you wanted to be on, whatever. B squad, the rule was they didn't turn any entries away.
Right. So you just filled it up.
It filled up, but it could be 4 on a lane.
4 on a pair, right.
No, not a pair. On a lane.
Right.
So a lot faster breakdown and less chance of maybe high scores, because the fresh is easy and you wanted to maintain that. You didn't want to have to move too far, right? So, and also just the amount of bodies in the building is going to increase heat, breakdown, but all the lanes going, all the bowling balls going on the lane.
Right.
That's not really a season change. That's just strategy in scoring pace. Just like, when like I was able to bowl like mini eliminators and stuff like that, or TAT, usually mini eliminator, I think. They usually for qualifying every day they went, fresh oil, burn, re-oil, repeat, and they had like 4 squads for the day.
Right.
I'd always, depending on what the pattern was, I always want to bowl on the fresh squad. I didn't want to bowl on the breakdown, because I know what to expect.
I agree with that. Right.
And if I have a good look on the fresh, I'm going to try to battle that. You never know what you're going to get on the next squad. So you never know how they're going to play, all that stuff.
So one of the things along the lines of, we talked about humidity and the impact and stuff like that, and you talked about it earlier with when you go to the desert, your hand swells and so on. One of the things I always do, still to this day, is I get or it's hard to get now. Less people smoke. Cellophane pack off of a cigarette pack. The cellophane wrapper off a cigarette pack. Yeah. And I keep that in my pocket or in my bag. And here's why.
Tell me why.
If I start to swell, I put my thumb in that and I force it into the thumb hole.
Oh, yeah, you could use that with a napkin though.
Well, I know, but it's more cool to go in there and have a cellophane pack in your bag.
And if you can find cellophane,
Well, that's the whole thing. You got to find them. And you keep that in your bag and you take it out when it starts to get to that point, because sometimes you're a half a piece in, half a piece out, or the feel's not right. Put that on your thumb, force your thumb in the hole, take it out, and that next shot will come out like butter.
Like fresh, creamy butter.
And that's another trick you do when especially if it's humid. You're trying to keep that humidity down, and you're trying to keep. He hates that word.
Humidity.
You're trying to keep your hand from swelling. That'll do it. And people do it with a napkin. But
because you just walk up. So you walk up to the snack bar, you grab a napkin, and just force it in.
It's more cool to have that in your tackle bag.
I guess. Whatever you say, man.
That's it.
Good for you. Different strokes for different folks.
Absolutely.
Do whatever you want. I mean, you lived in Bold during the era of the cigarette vending machines.
Absolutely right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I was in the tail end of that.
Yeah.
I remember them as a kid because they were right by the soda machine and right by the candy machine.
Right.
It's like, what's that? You know, as a kid, you're like, what is that?
What is that? And it's a cigarette pack.
There's just little pull handles or whatever.
Pull
There's
handles,
like
cigarette
20
pack
pull handles or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly.
But no, they banned smoking, I think, in '92 in California.
Yeah. Now the center we test in is it's a club.
Oh, they named it a club?
It's a club.
Mm.
So they smoke.
I wish.
The club,
yeah. Like if I ever got the opportunity to buy Pinecrest House of Pain someday, I would turn it into a club, like a club, and then allow people to smoke cigars only.
Absolutely, whatever you want.
It could be like a cigar and wine social with bowling.
Yeah,
you know, or a speakeasy type place with bowling. That'd be kind of cool.
When I first moved here, you could still smoke in the bowling center, and I would smoke a cigar while I bowled. It's pretty cool.
That's perfect.
Oh, it was great. Light up a cigar, put it in the ashtray, take a puff, go up and bowl.
That ball came off the spot pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm moving 5 right. Yeah.
Tony, you got me this game. You're gonna be losing all your money.
You think, huh?
That's how you guys all talk too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way you can talk if you're smoking. If you got a cigar while you're bowling.
Hey, I do want to talk real quick before I forget about the Evil Eye and the Intel. So the Evil Eye's been back ordered, and as fast as we're building them, that's as fast as they're going out. So nice. The ball's hot as a match right now. If you're waiting to get one, they're coming. And also, you got to have your pro shop look at different distributors. Some distributors were skimpy on their orders and they're out. Others guys loaded up and saw the evil of the ways, and that ball is doing well. Mm-hmm. So they're doing really, really well with it. The Intel is doing great. It's funny about just real quick about the Evil Eye. We had a couple of guys bowl award scores at Astro Bowl during league over the last few weeks, and one guy was pretty sharp. Dave, he shot 300 2 weeks ago. He had a drilling A in his ball, and he went and drilled I think it was D. So that one can go straighter with up the boards, and one he uses to open up the lanes. So what we're seeing is the variety of performance with that ball is true to form. And do me a favor, don't call me up and say, how should I drill it? What if I did this? We got 6 of them. The 6 drill patterns.
And if you watch our show, we added more.
And we added 2, right? Yeah, exactly.
A couple of pin down options.
30 by 3 1/4 by 45, and 70 by 5 by 75. So we got 8 drill patterns. Don't be looking for another one or a different one. But anyway, they've been back ordered. We're building them as fast as we can. Coming down the pike. If your pro shop is out and you can't get one, there are other distributors you can call to get one for you.
Yeah. Is there anybody in the chat waiting on an Evil Eye right now? Is there anybody out there that ordered one, waiting on it?
It's unbelievable.
I mean, I have 2 of them, so I'm good.
That's why we don't have any.
I drilled them all.
I know.
I had to take an extra one. I just had to because
I drilled an A and a F.
Yeah.
And the A is yet to be thrown.
I was gonna say, are those the grades of how you bowled this week?
Yeah, that's how I bowled. But the A, I got to put some more. I got to make it smoother and fiddle with that. Throw it a couple of times, see how violent it is.
Panichi's in the house.
Panich. Is he down in Florida yet? Or is he still up in?
He's probably absolutely in Florida.
All right.
I give that like 3-2 odds.
Yeah. 3-2. It's 6-5 and even. All right. Let's pick a contestant.
I already have.
Oh, let me get out my clock.
Yeah, why don't you work on that? I'll get the wheel.
It's 3:10. Do you know where your clock is? It's 3:10. There we go.
Maybe we'll just tease it. We'll put the wheel right on the 3-ball arsenal to start. Oh, he says no. He had a knee removed.
Seriously?
That's what he says. And replaced. Okay. I was gonna. Yeah, that's good that you had it replaced too. If they just removed your knee, that would be pretty bad.
That'd be a little wobbly.
Yeah, your golf swing would be really bad.
Wobbling down. Here comes Panich wobbling down the street.
Yep.
Hey, next time I come up, we gotta go have dinner with Paniche. We gotta make plans.
All right, well, come on up.
I gotta come up. It'll be January this year. Next year.
Is Paniche going to be around in January? Probably not.
No, he'll be down in Florida.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
maybe not. He's got to do rehab, right?
He's a Marco Island guy.
I know.
think, right? Yeah. Marco Island.
Isn't that Florida?
Yeah, it's Florida.
Okay.
Florida.
All
Yep,
right.
I said yep. All right. What do we got?
Who we got? Can you pronounce the name?
We should spin it first and then pick the name. No, just kidding.
Hey, so let me tell you real quick about that. I had a great idea in League. They do mystery score.
Yeah,
You put $5 in a mystery score. I said, why don't you do this? Why don't you pick the number before people bowl? Like the mystery score is 58.
No, then people would sandbag to get it if they could.
Yeah, think about that. So we have 27 winners. How pissed off would your team be if you sandbag it down to 58 and you lose, and now you got to split it? It's $300. You got to split it with 10 guys. You get $30 each.
Yeah, they do a mystery score at House of Pain, and it's $3 to get in, and it carries over right to every league in the house.
Oh wow!
And they pick one number after game one, and if it's a match, then it pays out 100%. If it's not, it carries over to the next league.
Not the next game. Oh, it's only the first game.
Only the first game. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, we
$3 one shot. No,
we do
$3 one shot.
Yeah,
it was It was $950 last week.
Really? Nobody hit it?
Nobody hit it. I don't know if anybody hit it this week, but if I go to league tomorrow, it's probably going to be about 1,200.
I think they should.
David Porter says over 1,000 now. Yeah, exactly right.
They should pick the number before you bowl.
I know, right? Well, I did pick a name. You got your thing. I'm going to get a little fog. I'm going to get a little fog for this.
Little foggy name.
I wanted to expend some more of our budget on this fog.
Yeah, you got to buy fog juice.
Anybody see the fog? No, you can't really see. See it with the wheel in the way.
That's because it's dark out. There you go.
Yeah, you can see the fog. It's there.
All right.
So the contestant. Hopefully, we only have to pick one contestant this week.
That's right.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Jesse Frenzel. Jesse, where are you at?
Jesse Frenzel. Here we go. Jesse.
You know I want Jesse's girl. Da, 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 da. Where is Jesse Frenzel? Da, 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 da.
I need a new job.
Where can I find a bowler like that?
Jesse, please save us.
We're going to keep singing until you check in.
Come on, Jesse, help me.
Jesse is a friend. He's always been a good friend of mine.
Jesse,
but
please.
Lately something's changed. It ain't hard to define. Please, Jesse better check in or he's going to run out of time.
Take me away.
And he's watching him with his phone.
Jesse, you got 45 seconds,
sitting
Jesse.
With that
help me,
tablet.
Jesse.
I just know it.
Help me, Jesse.
Jesse Frenzel, where are you at? I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
Can I mute you?
Where can I find a bowler like that?
Jesse, you got 30 seconds. Please.
What's going on? Jesse Frenzel, hello.
Jesse. All right,
Jesse.
I
just want Jesse's check-in.
22 seconds, Jesse. Hurry up. I can't take any more of this.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. 14.
This 2 weeks 12, in a row and no show?
10.
What happened to 7?
7?
What happened to 6?
It's over. Jesse, you're out.
Is he out of time?
He's out of time.
All right. I'll go.
I'll never forgive you, Jesse.
I'm going to try to find another Jesse now. All right. Let me get rid of this. Maybe that'll be the thing.
Paniche is going down the end of January.
Is that right?
So I may be there for January. We'll go to a real Italian place. We'll let Nick sit in the car.
What?
Yeah, we'll bring out some Zeppelas.
I think I got another song coming.
No, God, no.
That's funny. There we go. Hold on.
And the next contestant is?
Typing it out. All right. That's in there. That is correct.
All right.
Let's get the wheel back. You got the clock restarted?
It started. Restarted.
All right. Here we go. The next contestant is Joshua Perry, not to be confused with Steve Perry. No. And you should have been gone.
Oh my God.
Knowing how you make Phil wait. And you should have checked in. You got 80 seconds.
Please save us from the agony. Come on.
Joshua Perry.
Joshua Perry.
Joshua.
Wasted 30 seconds of my life, Joshua Perry.
Oh, hey, he says, horrible sound. He says, I'm here. It's going pretty fast.
All right.
Okay, I got to ask you a question, Perry, if that's you.
If that's really a name.
What is your email provider?
AOL. This clock is flying right now.
He's fine.
How do you know it's him? Maybe that's an alias.
It's possible.
Okay. Maybe he's in the witness protection program in Arizona.
Maybe he's in South Detroit.
Maybe
he's just a small town girl. And he's right. AOL. I didn't want to laugh when you said it, but yeah, he said AOL. Okay, cool.
I guessed.
All right, Perry. Joshua. Steve Perry. All right, well, I'm going to spin it.
Como.
And when it goes round and round and round, I want you to don't stop believing that it's going to land on a good prize.
Oh, my God. Help me, please.
Because the wheel in the sky is going to keep turning.
It's the worst show ever. 126, condemned by all. No one watched us. It was our downfall. We were having a good career to show 126.
Here we go. And the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Don't know where I'll be tomorrow. I'll have a 3-ball arsenal so we can get out of here.
Help me with this.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Oh, he got it.
Don't stop believing. 3-ball arsenal feeling.
You're banned from singing on this show ever again. A 3-ball arsenal. Aren't you glad you tuned in? Joshua Perry from Perrysburg, Ohio.
Born and raised in South Detroit.
That's where my buddy lives, Don Janello, Perrysburg, Ohio.
Way to go. I've been waiting for one. It's been a long time coming.
All the color just left my face.
Perry,
you spend money on a fog machine. You wasted fog juice.
Well, now I can't use the fog for like 5 weeks.
No, now you got to wait a couple of weeks because I can't afford the juice.
He's probably processing this now. That I'm guessing you don't want to spin again, right?
You got to tell us.
Man,
you got to tell. You could be the guy.
Maybe he just had
3 balls.
Maybe he just had an episode.
3-ball arsenal.
I don't know.
Here's what I would pick.
3 evil eyes.
I would pick an evil eye. I would pick an Intel Recon.
I think he passed out. He hasn't checked in yet, but I'm pretty sure he wants to keep that.
Yeah, well,
with us still, Joshua.
I can't believe it. Maybe he got out of the show thinking he wasn't going to get anything good.
He got a 3-ball arsenal.
I know it.
I don't know.
Well,
congratulations. I'm going to assume you want to keep that. Yeah, I'm keeping that.
Joshua's not even saying anything. Did he say anything?
Yeah, I'm keeping that.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, let's see what you would have won. No, just kidding. We're not going to do that this week.
Let's see what you wouldn't have won.
Yeah. What don't you want?
Wow, how cool is that, Joshua Perry from Perrysburg, Ohio?
Yeah, well, I will reach out to you after the show, and you think about what kind of radical bowling balls you want.
That's right.
You can pick any 3 you want, so you get to do some shopping. So good for you.
I'll tell you what would be a good arsenal. A direct hit, an Intel Recon, and an Evil
Eye. Yeah, that's a good 1, 2, 3.
That would line. And you can use your direct hit for spares if you leave any.
Mm-hmm. Or you can just pick out 3 bowling balls and use them as gifts for the holidays coming up.
That's true. I wouldn't do
that. Some people would. Not me.
Some people. Not me. Some
people.
Some people.
Well,
not me.
Next week, there's not going to be a fog machine because we're going to have to we're going to have to sell the fog machine now to cover this giveaway.
And what's next week? Oh, next week, you know what? I have I have to go in the morning for my I'm getting my knee worked on. Not like Benici. And I got to go at 11:30. So I'll be back in time.
All right. Well, I think we just found a new thing to do on the show during the giveaway hour.
What?
I'm just going to start singing. I'm just going to start making up lyrics as I go.
I'm just going to tell you the show's on a different day.
Well, how are you going to get in? I send you the link.
On my own. I'll have a secret hidden link.
You're going to do your own podcast? Is that it? I'm going to do my own podcast then.
You did a podcast with that girl. You dumped me for the girl. Nice.
I was a guest. I was invited. I'm sorry you weren't invited.
I never watched the whole thing.
Some people are more important than others, you know?
I never watched the whole thing yet. I will.
That's fine.
Some people watched it.
It's only my life story.
Some people watched it.
I didn't realize you were so insecure.
Well, I see podcasts, I see your name. I'm thinking that you're over there.
You thought I started a new podcast without you. That's the first thing you thought.
I did. It's the first thing I thought. And then I whipped out the non-disclosure, the non-compete. So you can't do that.
Yes, I can. And
off
then
with his head.
I took your non-compete and I threw it down on the ground like Roger Dorn.
Yeah, Dorn.
And then Lou Brown. He's like, it says here right in my contract that I don't have to do any calisthenics I don't deem necessary.
That's exactly right.
What did you do to that thing?
I got to go. I have a headache from your singing.
You got more of a headache because we gave away 3 bowling balls today.
I can't believe we did that. Oh, man.
I can. It's been a long time. I'd have to look back.
You realize how much that is?
How much does that cost?
It's a lot of money.
You can't put a price on the production value
I can
of
put
our
a price
show.
on it. Trust me.
Well, some people can. Not me. Some people.
All right. Next week, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yep. Sounds good.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Good show today. We're out of here.
And I feel bad for Jesse's girl because he didn't show up. That could have been his 3-ball arsenal. That's true. Does it work that way? I mean, I don't know. Maybe the wheel would have changed. So, all right. All right. We'll see you later. Adios. See you guys, girls.